What we do can sound pretty complex, but our goal is simple: to improve lives through intuitive solutions to tough technological problems. Today, technology is everywhere. We're surrounded by all kinds of cool gadgets. In our smart homes, we can customize behaviors, routines, and the interoperability between devices. But ultimately, with smart technology, we have to make one important choice. We have to choose which universe of products we want to buy into. For instance, do we go with Google Home or Amazon Alexa? Or how about Apple HomeKit? Do you like Samsung SmartThings? Or perhaps Wink? There are many options for the same technology, but why is it that we have to choose between them? We have to check each smart device we buy to be sure it's compatible with our smart home system, because these devices speak different languages. Smart home systems, like other technology being developed right now, are reliant upon certain programming languages, protocols, and standards. And these different languages, protocols, and standards don't understand one another. Luckily, there are a few folks out there who can get around this problem. People who are pretty knowledgeable and maybe a little bit nerdy, like Marvin here. In his free time, Marvin likes to write interface code that acts like a bridge to make his different devices talk to one another. Let's say Marvin has 3 devices that he wants to talk to each other. First, he writes some code to make device A talk to device B. Then he writes some code to get B to talk to C. Finally, he writes code to get A to talk to C. Hey, that looked pretty simple. But what if Marvin comes up with a new idea and wants to add in device D? Well, now he needs to write interface code to get D to talk to A, and D to talk to B, and D to talk to C. But what about adding device E? And what if one day he wants to replace C with some other device? All of that code connecting C will need to be rewritten. This is where things get difficult. Since Marvin loves doing this, he might be able to keep it up for his home. But in Marvin's home, we're only talking about half a dozen devices or so. What happens if instead of just a small number of devices, we now have a system with 999 devices, and we want to add one more? That means Marvin needs to write 999 pieces of interface code just to connect that one new device. Imagine the amount of work necessary each time one of those 999 devices needs to be replaced or upgraded. Integration in a large system takes a lot of Marvins, a lot of time, and a lot of money. Believe it or not, the Marvin method is the same method technologists have used since the dawn of technology. They throw a bunch of Marvins at the problem and then have them code away, producing millions of lines of code. The rest of technology has moved on. Look at all of the innovation around us: personal drones, wearables, driverless cars. And then there's integration, which hasn't really progressed. It's still painful, still costly, and it's prone to human error. After all, you are relying on a lot of worn-out Marvins. This is why we formed Skayl, and why we've spent years in research and development creating a solution that requires dramatically less time and cost. We've worked hard to develop a reliable, testable, leading-edge solution. Our technology is based on a revolutionary new way to automate integration. With Skayl's technology, when we want to add that one device to the 999, rather than writing 999 interfaces, Marvin can write one lightweight piece of code that enables his new device to near instantaneously talk to the other 999. This saves months, years, millions of dollars, and gives the Marvins of the world the time to be innovative and forward-thinking in the application of their knowledge and talents. And our technology is based on mathematical set theory and foundational algorithms. Basically, that just means it's solidly reliable. It's built in a way that lives can literally depend upon it. Which is why NATO and the defense industry have relied on our solutions for years. These solutions don't matter all that much when we're talking about Marvin's home or other small networks of systems. But as the systems get larger and more complex, like in traffic systems, Navy fleets, hospitals, and power grids, then it means significant savings. The bigger and more complex the system, the greater the relative cost reduction. So, what exactly do we do? We provide integration or solutions, as well as consulting and training. We work with major clients around the world on really complex, large-scale projects. And with dramatically more speed and less cost, we get life-saving technologies into the hands of people who depend on it most. That is why we do what we do, and why we're so passionate about it.